Bro, I genuinely need to know what is going on in the anime community. Cause I just seen one of the most biggest betrayals switch up by anime community on its anime author of all time. And if you're unaware what I'm talking about, brother, you seen the title, you seen the thumbnail. People are switching up on Oda, the creator of One Piece. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I haven't been keeping up on anything One Piece related because it just really don't interest me no more. So I don't know if this is coming from something recently that happened, but my assumption is, bruh, since One Piece switched over to being a seasonal anime and JJK just came out with their season 3, people have flipped on their head and turned tail on Oda, bro. Because when One Piece was coming out and it was dropping new episode after episode after episode, brother, people were glazing it, saying it was the best anime in the world. And now people have made a hate train saying this nigga can't write. And specifically, they talking that Oda cannot write a female character for anything, and they've been on his ass. Mainly because we had a character in JJK, Maki, do some crazy things in her show. Like, Maki got insane amounts of love, and it proved to the world and it proved to creators of mangas that you can have a powerful woman at the forefront and people will still watch and enjoy the show. And now people are using Maki's in it and saying, hey, if Oda would have wrote her, she would have been a terrible character. Now, do I believe that? I just want to get this out of the way. Do I believe that? No. I think just because they have two different writing styles don't mean that they cannot make a good character. Like, Oda is capable of making a good character. Like, bro, we got Nico, Robin, and Nami already, bro. I think Oda is good at creating female characters, but bad at developing them. And that has caused people to go back and look at One Piece and be like, damn, they really don't got that. Because every time you have a female character in One Piece and she's an important role in the story, we always have the Straw Hats or someone else coming to solve their problems, and not the women of the Straw Hats. We got the men of the Straw Hats coming to solve their problems. And this is crazy because this has always been a thing in One Piece, and people were saying it was peak. But now I think the brainwashing has wore off a little bit, and they think they're coming to realize, man, that's kind of not good writing. Because in a world with so many ways to level up, nigga, you can have great hockey, you can have a great devil fruit. There's so many different ways to level up in One Piece that why don't we have any strong women other than what, Big Mom? And I'm not gonna lie, this switch up is actually valid, and I'm kind of behind them on this. Because if you go look at One Piece for yourself, brother, there is not too many girl characters that stand out from the rest. We even got Nico Robin washed down to look like Boa Hancock, bro. It is a sad world in the One Piece universe. But I low-key just think it's funny that people had to have the realization and wake up moment that watching the JJK and seeing a good female character do strong or amazing things in her own show to go back and look at other shows and say, hey man, you know what? Why don't we got this over here? But I'm not gonna lie, bro, it is comedy. The way that they low-key bullying this man Oda, bro, it's not really bullying, bro. They just picking fun of his writing style, what he got going on. I doubt they actually hate the series of One Piece, but they are just calling out the obvious, and it is hilarious, bro. And I already know, bro. I already know. Once One Piece starts coming back or drops a new episode, the glaze is gonna be back in full effect. But for right now, Oda, you gonna have to ride through this, my brother. you gonna have to ride through this slander on One Piece right now until you get to release something about your new manga, new chapter, new anime episode, anything. Because, brother, the JJK fans just started bombarding your shit and they cooking the hell out you, brother. I am praying for you. Because it's only a matter of time from the JJK fans to make up some new slander. We already got slander in the JJK world, bro. They gonna bring it somewhere else too, and it looks like this is the start of them bringing it elsewhere. I'm not gonna lie either. It's only a matter of time before the JJK fans come over to Bleach. And it's gonna be a whole civil war because them Bleach fans do not play about their series. They don't play about Kubo or their series, and they willing to die behind anything related to Bleach. And hey, I'm ready to see that because that's gonna be the biggest civil war in anime, bro. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be the biggest thing. But other than that, not to yap on about this, not to drag it on, we're gonna go ahead and end the video right there. Now, I could have laughed about 20-30 minutes about this because this is the funniest thing in history, that it took this for One Piece fans and JJK fans to switch up on that series they was calling peak a year ago. So without further ado, like, subscribe, all that, comment, leave opinions, and I'm out.